Marvel's Wolverine new release date has possibly just leaked, and there has been an official massive confirmation when it comes to Insomniac's Marvel Universe. To say that I'm excited for what is next is the understatement of the century. So just a couple days ago, a concept artist from Volta Keyboard Studios, who was supposedly actually hired to work on the highly anticipated Marvel's Wolverine, might have accidentally leaked that Marvel's Wolverine will be releasing in 2024. Keep in mind that as soon as people spotted this update on this person's resume, the resume has been taken off the Associated ArtStation account. In fact, the entire profile has now been taken down and completely wiped away. On the bright side though, we do have this picture as evidence of the alleged resume post, which is really cool because it gives us the teaser date, plus gives us a possible first hint of what Wolverine might actually look like in the game. It looks pretty awesome. Now, obviously, this is not something that we can use as concrete evidence that the game will launch next year, because at the end of the day, it might be that the artist is simply making an educated guess about when the game may be launching. But for the people that are saying that it is impossible for the game to launch next year because Insomniac Games just released Marvel's Spider-Man 2, keep in mind that Insomniac Games is a huge studio, sporting over 520 employees at this point, and multiple teams that are building multiple games at once. Plus, we do know that the team that worked on the Miles Morales game is actually the one that has been tasked with working on the Wolverine game. And the Miles Morales video game released all the way back in November 2020. So a 2024 release date for Wolverine sounds a lot more plausible now. Interestingly enough, as this story broke, we did get some more commentary from reliable sources, such as Jeff Grubb, who essentially confirmed that the original target date for Marvel's Wolverine was indeed 2024. But he also went on to say that as of most recently, he heard an update saying that the game will most likely be pushed into 2025 in order to be able to meet the quality standards that they are seeking. Now, something that you don't need to push all the way to 2025 is taking a quick moment to hit the thumbs up button. Thank you guys so very much for your support. Now, interestingly enough, of course, Jeff Grubb is also the same person that confirmed that the game is going to be rated M for mature, and that Insomniac Games is really going to lean into that rating to make Marvel's Wolverine feel completely different to their rated T for teen Spider-Man games. Now, that might make some of you worried about the possibility of Insomniac Games building out an actual Marvel universe, because after all, how could they mix and match Spider-Man, which is a much more kind of closer to a family-friendly rating, whereas Wolverine is going to be so mature? Well, fear not. Insomniac Games themselves has actually confirmed that the Wolverine game is indeed set in the same 1048 universe as the Marvel's Spider-Man games are.
This will sound like fishing, but I really just honestly don't remember. Has it been confirmed, denied, or just not mentioned if they're in the same universe?
I mean, they are. It's both. They're all 1048.
Okay.
1048.
And for those of you that may not be aware, all Marvel universes are actually designated an identification number. So for example, the main comic book universe is the 616. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is 199999. Holy moly, that is a mouthful. And Insomniac seems to be now fortunate enough to actually build out their own universe, which is actually going to be the 1048 universe. In fact, if you like Easter eggs, you probably have noticed that Insomniac Games has put this number into the recent Marvel trailers, where in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 trailer, we saw the 1048 number on the glass storefront right at the very start of the trailer. And in the short Marvel's Wolverine trailer, we actually saw the number present at the very top of the bar that we see Wolverine sitting at. Now, as if all this was not cool enough, we have learned that unlike the open worlds of the Marvel Spider-Man games, the Wolverine game will actually be more similar to the recent God of War Ragnarok game, where it is kind of a semi-open world game, where we'll have access to some large-ish area, but not quite big enough to be considered a traditional open world. This does make me very curious to see how they end up doing this, and I just hope that we get to ride a really cool motorcycle as Logan in this game. I mean, imagine being able to customize a motorcycle to make it fit your own personal flair and vibe. That would be a really cool feature. We then have another notorious leaker by the name Daniel RPK, who has confirmed that just like Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the Wolverine game will indeed be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which means that Sorry, no day-and-day release for the PC players, so I guess all of you PC Master Race folk will have to wait a little while after release for a PC port. Additionally, Daniel RPK has also claimed that the main setting of the game will indeed be the rumored Madripoor, an area in the Marvel Universe that is described as a place for the very rich and the very poor. A perfect place for Wolverine, as there is a lot of shenanigans that go down in a place that is largely lawless. And in the meantime, if you want to actually get familiarized with the location in live action form, you can actually see Madripoor in all its glory, I guess that's the way to describe it, in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Disney Plus show. And speaking of live action, if you are an X-Men movie fan, Daniel RPK and Jeff Grubb have both actually confirmed that the game will not have any sort of connection to the live action films in any capacity. That means no crossovers of actors or anything like that to be expected. This is going to be a brand new build from Insomniac's minds themselves. So that is all. That's all the information on Marvel's Wolverine so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.